Hello everyone. I've got a treat for you here today. It's my first 5th gen battle. It's actually not my first 5th gen battle, it's my third, but it's the first one I recorded. It's the first one DC'd after I got trashed by like a super serious crest team, and I went to apologize and he had left, so I don't know, maybe he DC'd, maybe my Wi-Fi is known to suck hardcore, so it's probably my fault, but whatever, I apologize. He clearly would have won that one. Second one, complete opposite end of the spectrum. He's like, oh, how are you? I'll bring rain team, as in like manual rain with electrode, and then sweep you with love disc and Feebas, but lantern pretty much single-handedly stopped that, so I 6-0'd him. So I like, yeah, I want a better battle for you all to see. So I had this one. It's against TheLastExtreme, and you can kind of get a good look at our teams there, especially my team. You'll be seeing that team probably always until I want to like bring in some other stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing this back at live speed just so I can talk about stuff with all the new stuff. But here's 5th gen Dynamo22 style. It's an RU match if I didn't mention that. But I'm going to lead off with Typhlosion here just because it seemed like it would be good against a few of his things. And I really wanted to catch Gastrodon with a power-up Solar Beam because that's a major threat to my team. Except for he leads with this Wailord, who I'm guessing is going to be Scarf Water Spout. That's all I know about Wailord. So I go into Lantern here to take it, and that's what he is. So the Thunderbolt's going to be pretty obvious here, so I'm going to predict his switch to Gastrodon and go for the Surf, which all of you at home going, oh no, don't do that, Storm Drain. That's what I felt like after I clicked it, and yeah, well, he sends out a guy named Slugfest, like, oh, there it is. So here I am, I'm clearly a predicting master, and I'm still stupid. So yeah, I give him a nice free special attack boost, because I'm like, oh, that's neutral. Gastrodon 5th gen actually doesn't suck. So actually he's OU now. I don't know if he was at the time of this battle. I don't think so. I don't care. Gastrodon's overrated. But yeah, 4th gen, I don't know if I told you my policy on 4th gen, but 4th gen can go die in a hole. Speaking of it, Tangela gets a spot on the team because it's better than Tangrowth now, and just to rub it in Tangrowth's face. So I switch Tangela in here. He's Eviolite, and he Toxics me. Maybe he predicted that. Maybe he just wanted to Toxic something. But I don't expect him to stay in on Grass type here, so I go for a knockoff, and he, I guess, sees that coming or knows that Tangela can't really kill Gastrodon from full health. So here, I'm like, give me some of that HP, because I'm almost dead. I'm hoping if he switched to Moltres, that was the main fear I had here. It's because without Stealth Rocks up, Moltres is a main problem that I could be having. But he doesn't, so I just go for the Giga Drain. I was hoping I'd get enough HP back of something to, like, if he switched, that I'd live the Toxic, then I could switch out Regenerator and Heal Bell and all that stuff. But he's just going to stay in and Ice Beam me, and I notice on my team, from that health, I'm not trusting anything to kill it. So I'm going to go into my Pelipper here. This is my favorite Pelipper set. Like, that's the only reason I use a Pelipper, is because he has this nice move pool that involves what I would like to have. So I'm going to Toxic him, because that's what this is, a Toxic stalling Pelipper. And he Toxics me, and oh, what a D-bag. I hate Gastrodon. So I was afraid of the recover, really, because I couldn't really finish after all that damage I did. But he stays in here. Let's see, he's got Toxic and Ice Beam. I'm guessing a stab move. Perhaps recover, or his other stab move. I'm guessing recover. But he's not going to be able to do that because I've got my nice Sky Drop here. And so I'm going to actually kill him. I was afraid that wouldn't kill him. They'd get to recover, but yeah. So that's the gist of what just happened there. My Pelipper actually got to do some of the first game. He got freaking 2-hit KO'd by a fighting type attack. That was disappointing. It was a Metacham high jump kick, which is not something to be messed around with. So he's going to go back into this this Wailord here, and he goes for Power, like, oh fudge, and it's like, oh, not electric, so I'm not gonna be that concerned. So like, he's locked into this now. I was gonna go into Lantern, and I was like, you know what hidden power is this? Like, well, it can't be ground, because that would have affected me. Like, grass. I guarantee it's hidden power grass. Because it's not electric, obviously, it would have demolished my Pelipper. So I'm getting Toxic Stalled here on my Toxic Stalled Pelipper. But on the assumption that this is hidden power grass, and on the other assumption that he's scarfed, I'm going to go into Venomoth here. And he's going to go for the hidden power, and we're going to discover that it is in fact grass, because it does like jack squat. And this is, no, it can't be hidden power fighting either. I was like, what would be neutral on Pelipper? I'm like, grass. So it literally does 0 damage after my Black Sludge, because you can only find so many leftovers in the game. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to have not hold leftovers? Like, oh wait, Venomoth can hold Black Sludge. So I'm going to Quiver Dance here because I can. I was hoping after a Quiver Dance if he brought in Moltres, because I'm pretty much afraid of Moltres right now. I don't have, the only thing I really have that can kill it is Sand Slash, and I don't want to be taking hard special attacks. So he goes into Absol here, and I'm going to go for a sub predicting the Sucker Punch, but interesting fact here, that Absol has his Torterra's moveset because of Jin mistakes, which is why we don't use such hacking things in my world. So he's going to go into his real Torterra now as I sub, and I have a few options here. I could baton pass the +1 and the sub, or I could just straight out attack him. I decide attacking is what I would like to do for various number of reasons, mostly because I don't have really anything like invincible to pass into. I guess Lantern, really. I could have done some work, excuse me, with Lantern, but I was predicting earthquakes. I didn't really feel like switching him into an earthquake, even though I had the sub. So instead of breaking my sub, he puts up rocks, which is pretty inconvenient because now I can't baton pass this into Typhlosion like I wanted to, but it didn't really matter because I couldn't really hurt that Moltres, so I didn't want to waste it. But here he's afraid of the sleep powder, so he switches into Moltres, and then he switches out into to his own dude. He's named Mothra. I was gonna name mine Mon Mothma, but unfortunately I can't nickname all but Pelipper and Tangela because I bred them on 4th gen. So and I forgot to nickname him. So I'm gonna baton pass into Sand Slash here, fearing like the Moltres doing something, and so he's just gonna Bug Buzz me with Life Orb, and I'm gonna Rapid Spin because Torterra is dead, and it's very much important for me to not get Stealth-Rex. So he's gonna Bug Buzz me here with his Life Orb Bug Buzz, but with the +1 special defense, I'm gonna take that pretty nicely. I'm gonna put up the rocks here because that Moltres just needs to die if I want to win. So also this thing is weak to it, but here I totally forget about Sleep Powder, and yeah, I fall asleep, which is incredibly inconvenient. Like, this is why Venomoth is actually good now, because he can do this crap. So I sit here gaining leftovers as I'm trying to Stone Edge after I taken care of the rock situation where his are gone and mine are up, and I waited one too many turns and now I'm asleep. So he's gonna Quiver Dance on me. So now I'm like, yeah. I've been asleep for 2 turns now, and I changed my mind. Like, I just need to kill him because otherwise he'll sweep me. So I just want to hurt him enough so that Life Orb takes him out. So he's gonna Bug Buzz me here with +1, but I'm still gonna live because of the leftovers he's let me get. And I was asleep for, I believe, 2 turns there with 5th gen sleep mechanics. That's not that like unlikely. And since I am max attack Sand Slash, I actually kill him from there. I was just hoping to bring him down into enough range that Life Orb would prevent him from sweeping my team. But that worked out great there. Sand Slash is alive, being cool. And so yeah, here's this guy. I don't feel like saving Sand Slash at this point, so I can see what he locks himself into with Toxic and Stealth-Rex here. His Water Spout is getting less and less threatening, so seeing the Ice Beam, I know I can go into Lantern because he can't hurt me with Ice Beam at all, and I've got the Thunderbolt, and he's gonna go into his Absol here as I go for the Heal Bell. And I don't know, this might be the point that he tells me that he has Torterra's moves, but I just wanted to cure Pelipper so I can like roost, do the toxic selling stuff, because I just enjoy doing that with Pelipper. But here I'm gonna switch it out, fearing the Torterra type moves. Going to Pelipper, hopefully dodge an Earthquake, but he Leech Seeds me with his Absol, so you know, that's cool and whatnot. But I think I'm gonna toxic. I know I'm gonna toxic him here because there's not much else this Pelipper can do. I mean, I could roost if I wanted to, but actually I'm pretty sure he goes for a Wood Hammer here, predicting that. Yeah, oh, and he's faster, so I don't go for anything. Lies. That actually kills me because Absol has good attack. I wonder what item he has. He doesn't have choice item, life orb, leftovers. Anyway, that's a different question. He's gonna Earthquake my stuff now. I thought I didn't think I'd be fast. I just didn't think. I tried to substitute and dodge a Leech Seed, but you know, that's cool. So he's actually gonna put up his Stealth Rocks back up. I'm like, dude, my Rapid Spinner died because I didn't think you would put up Stealth Rocks anymore. But it doesn't turn out to matter because you'll see. So I'm gonna Bug Buzz him here and kill him because he's Dark type. So you know, that's cool. I've got a nice sub up here, and he's gonna go into this dude right here, and he's going to actually lock himself into Hidden Power Grass, and I'm like, what? But he was like, oh, I forgot I was Scarfed. Maybe he predicted my switch to Lantern since I've pretty much used that to counter him the whole game. But yeah, that's gonna screw him over because Hidden Power Grass, you saw, does like 10 damage to me, so that's not breaking my substitute anytime soon. So after the Toxic, he's barely gonna live, and I'm actually going to kill him instead of. I could have Quiver Danced here, but I kind of felt bad because like pretty much the only reason I have this sub is because his Absol is hacked. So I just killed him out of the kindness and goodness of my heart. And so I'm looking pretty good here now. He's only got a few guys left, and I've got a sub. I think he only has one, and it's Moltres. And yeah, so here comes Moltres, and for very thankfulness, because that's a complete English sentence, he is going to be hurt by Stealth Rocks. So Moltres looks cool in 5th gen. I like 5th gen legendary sprites. I like a lot of the sprites in 5th gen actually. But he's gonna Air Slash me. I think he's Scarf. I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure he's a choice item of some sort. I'm gonna Bug Buzz him since it's quad resisted. I think Tinted Limbs would make that second, like, just regular resisted, but it's still resisted hit on Moltres, so that does like nothing. I do get a special defense drop. Doesn't really come into play because I don't actually get to attack him. He's like, oh, if I would have just got a special defense drop on Sandslash, probably could have swept you with what's his face, and it's probably true. But I do still have Lantern left, who can resist both of his stab moves, neither of which I don't think he can change at any point. But he goes for the Air Slash, and thankfully he's not going to flinch my Lantern to death. And see, he would have had to get 2 flinches there about. That would have made me mad, because then it would have just been my Typhlosion left, and he would have been hurt by Stealth Rocks. It just would have been a major pain. Luckily, I did have the special defense drop. But, yeah, there's the game. I won. So, you know, that's cool. I was not expecting that, but nice to see my new team here. Kind of take you through it a little bit. I've got, obviously, the Typhlosion. These all brand new and bred for 5th gen. So I can still have my other guys on 4th gen. So this Typhlosion is actually max speed, max special attack IVs, as opposed to the max special defense IV that was on my old one. Sandslash is new and improved. He's got max all over the place, but he's got a speed lowering, special defense raising nature instead of Jolly. So I lose out on some speed there that I liked having on Sandslash, but for the stats that I improved, like his attacks has like 30 base higher than my 4th gen one. Lantern gets a nice spot on the team because of he's one of my favorite pokes, and he's not weak to Stealth Rocks, which was a major pain. All of my favorite Pokemon like share a weakness. It happens to be Rock. The one worst type to be weak to in the game. So that's terrible. But now that lanterns are because like I couldn't use them in Inu before, but now I can. So lantern gets a spot on the team. Pelipper is interesting. Pelipper is 3rd gen, which I approve of, and he happens to have the move pool which I was looking for in a Pokemon, and it's Toxic, Roost, Skydrop, and Soak. So that's my Toxic Stalling Pelipper. I look forward to hopefully getting some success with that. And then we got Venomoth here. Venomoth has taken over the role of Girafarig, who I miss Girafarig. I love just the fact that I have a Girafarig that is Calm Mind, Agility, Sub-Baton Pass. That was fun. But Venomoth is more efficient because it can do the same boost but actually get an attacking move, which as you saw actually like came into play there. And then Tangela, as I mentioned, is now better than Tangrowth. So screw 4th gen. That leads me to the question of the day, actually. Who would you like to see on future of my teams? And the reason that leads into it is because if you pick a 4th generation poke, it will often be ignored. Like, the only ones I would even consider are Glaceon and Leafeon, because they actually look legit. I can be acceptable with them, but otherwise I'm not cool with 4th gen. Don't even like ask why. It's just old school is where it's at. So that's all I have for you, and enjoy my transition into 5th gen.